Oh, hey, boo.
What's up, guys?
What is up?
I'm here with my husband. Oh my god, that's like the first time I've said it.
Officially in a video.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
I love you.
I love you.
Here, take your phone.
Dan has been calling me his wife for a while now, just like to people on the phone.
Not like in public or anything or with our friends and family, but I always say it like, for instance, we went to get a new car and I was saying my wife would like a black one, you know, or oh, my wife prefers this, or if I call, it just sounds more official. I don't know.
I have yet to say my husband. That was the first time, and it sounds so weird coming out of my mouth. Like, if you guys are not married, say my husband. It's like, what? You feel so old and weird, but it makes me happy. If you guys are new, welcome. Make sure to subscribe down below, notifications on. We actually just got married this past weekend. I'm still on a high.
Almost 1 week, exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah, when you guys are watching this video, it's gonna be...
I just cracked my back.
Nice. It will be a week tomorrow if you're watching it on the day that we upload. So we got married last Friday. It was...
Perfect.
It was honestly amazing.
There's already a video up with a little bit of footage and footage of the rehearsal. Very
small amount. So basically we vlogged a tiny bit. I just didn't want to focus on vlogging during our wedding.
Well, it wasn't even us, it was mainly other people.
Yeah, like I asked my cousin Andreas to film some stuff. We have a professional video coming soon.
I think there's some Instagram highlights
too.
Like
for sure.
Some people save some story highlights. Definitely
if you guys want to see it. But I asked you guys on Instagram on my stories, you can like ask those questions. And I was answering a few and I realized there's so many questions I feel like I'd rather go in depth with, so we would answer them here. And the main question we've been getting had nothing to do with our wedding, but what we're doing afterwards. So like what's next for us, I think was like the most asked question.
Divorce problem.
What? That's not funny.
Annulment.
Stop.
What's next? Let's just get into the question.
Well, that was the main one that I want to talk about.
Oh, like what's next?
Yeah, what's next? Are we gonna have kids? Are we moving? Like, what's the deal? What's the plan? So we don't really have a plan. We kind of were just like focusing on the wedding for the past year. Now that it's over, it's like insane how fast it went.
Wait, what?
So now we're kind of like, okay, well, we're married now. That's cool. But yeah, what's next? So we talked about it a lot like the past few years actually, about like having kids and stuff and when we think we'd be ready. It was mostly me, I think, because Dan's always been ready. I mean, I'm speaking for you, but...
I feel like I'm as ready as I could be, because you can never be perfectly ready.
No, I don't think anyone's 100% ready.
But I feel like I'm as ready as I can be. I think I could do a good job. I think I could do the best job I could. So... I feel ready, but it was up to you. If you won physically, if you felt like you were ready to go through that physically, or also like emotionally and mentally, if you felt like you were ready to take that on.
Yeah, so...
And I never would pressure you or anything. Like,
no.
I would just wait.
No, never. But
there's no rush.
I think for me, I've always felt like I would have kids in my 20s because that's just always how I thought. But as I got older, I realized that like that's not necessarily how it has to be. But this past like year, I feel like I've been more ready than I've ever been. And we talked about it a lot, and I do want to enjoy married life, like just the two of us. I think that is something. And boo. Oh yeah, we already have a kid. But it's something that I really want to do, is just enjoy some time as like being husband and wife. Although it isn't much different. Wait, is that the proper way to say it? I don't feel like it's any different than like, we've been living together already for 2 years, so it doesn't feel any difference. It's just more like official now. Definitely enjoy this year to like be husband and wife together, traveling some more. There's a few things I want to do, and when we have a kid, obviously everything's going to change. We're not going to be able to do the things that we would normally be able to do.
Not as easily, for sure.
Exactly. That's something to think about, but our goal is, if we're able to get pregnant, is to start trying like in the summer or around Tess and Pat's wedding. Because
like late summer?
Yeah, because we're in their wedding parties, so we need to like not, well, at least for me, I don't want to be pregnant. And
we have to be able to travel, you know, and you don't want to be, you know, if we were to get pregnant near the wedding, you don't want to be so pregnant that you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do the things you need to do, or you
I also don't know how I'm gonna be in my first trimester. You know, what if I'm really sick and then I can't make it, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just wait, and I mean, who knows if we're even able to get pregnant. So So that's something to think about. I don't know, I feel like that'll give us a good amount of time just to be like husband and wife together, enjoying the moment. That's kind of where we are right now with that. As for moving, we actually are moving in July.
Our lease is up here, so if we can save enough money to make a good investment, I think we could try to buy something.
Yeah.
But after doing the wedding and stuff, I don't know how feasible that'll be, but we'll see. But we are gonna move in July, whether we sign a new lease and rent a new place or we end up buying a place.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we're renting.
Kind of all to decide.
Yeah. But that would be fun in the summer to have like some moving vlogs, and obviously before the summer to have like when we go look at different houses and stuff. We definitely want to stay in Montreal. We're not planning on leaving. We have such...
All our families are here and all our friends. Well, not all our friends, but most of our friends.
And it's not far from New York anyways. But yeah, we love it here. So we're definitely staying in Canada. Another main question is, people are asking how much our wedding is. I'm not gonna say that because I feel like that's very personal.
It's like asking someone, how much do you make?
Yeah.
What's your weekly paycheck? How much do you make a month? Like that's a super personal.
Like I know people weren't saying it to be rude.
No,
they were just curious because like I know maybe some people are going through it themselves and they see photos of our wedding and they're wondering how much it was, like ballpark, budget wise. I get it. I'm just not personally comfortable.
Less than $1 million, but more than $100. That's a good range to know.
So we did pay for the wedding entirely ourselves. That is something that we wanted to do just because we wanted to have kind of control over the wedding process. I felt like if anyone was paying for a wedding, then they would be...
Yeah, you'd kind of feel bad like throwing your weight around being bossy.
Yeah, exactly. We both just really wanted to do it that way, and we're lucky enough to be able to do it. A lot of it comes down to you guys, so thank you so much for giving us the wedding of our dreams.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was so worth it to me. It was so perfect.
It was, honestly.
Everything was so amazing, and the venue, like the DJ, everything, the music, all the outfits, like the bridesmaids,
people said the food was like the best food they've ever had at any wedding.
It was so perfect that I have no problem doing what we did and doing it that way, because I'm so grateful and thankful that it went so well. It was so perfect.
It really was. I still feel like I'm on a high. It's crazy.
Even the night before, we did like a rehearsal dinner, and we did the rehearsal at the venue. It was just so fun, and everyone was like...
That is videotaped.
Yes, that's in the video from last week, so if you guys want to go see it.
What am I saying? There's definitely a lot of similar questions. One of the main things was, did we cry? We both cried.
I don't think I stopped
crying. Yeah, like I didn't know how I was gonna feel because it's either like a hit or miss with me when it comes to crying. I either feel too much emotion that I am like numb, or I'm just like bawling my eyes out. And so I thought, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But then as soon as I saw, you should tell the story.
Well, I knew I was gonna cry. It was like a no-brainer. And I knew I was gonna, whether it was like for her walking out of the car and walking down, because I hadn't seen her since the day before, or like at speeches or dances, like I just knew at some point I was definitely gonna cry. The minute I walked down with my mom, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start crying like right now. So I was keeping it together, trying, and then when your song came on for you walking and she got out of the car, there's no chance I was gonna hold it together. I just started crying right away, and I was trying to not like fully cry, right? Because I didn't want to make a scene. I didn't want to be like, woohoo, like standing up at the altar or whatever you call it, bawling. So I was like, my face was like all twitching and like tears, and I was crying, and I was like trying to take deep breaths. And then
this is when I was walking?
This is while you're walking, because the minute you got kind of out of the car and I could see you walking, but because she didn't wear her glasses, I know that you couldn't see me or see much. And as you got closer, you started seeing people, right? Like faces. But there's like a moment, and I'll never forget, where you got close enough to me, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 feet away, that I knew you could see me because you were looking at everyone, and then you looked at me, and I could tell you finally saw me, and you started crying. And like that face you made.
I'm crying right now.
Oh, it was so beautiful. I'm never gonna forget that moment. I can't wait to see, because no one really captured that exact moment on film, but I know that our photographer and videographer did. It's just no one using their phone really caught that exact moment, so I can't wait to rewatch it. But yeah, so from that moment on I was crying. The whole ceremony I was crying and laughing. Then when we took...
He's coming because he knows I'm crying.
Oh, he wants to help mommy. You're such a good therapy dog, Boo. It's in your blood. It's in your blood.
You see him? Oh, okay, he doesn't like that. Sorry, okay, I'm fine.
But yeah, when we took pictures after the ceremony, I wasn't crying, because we were just having fun with Sam and Ben and Serena. But then once the actual entrance and the speeches and our dances and all that stuff, I was crying like the whole night. And then at the end, when everyone was dancing at the very end with all the nice songs, It's like big family hugs. Oh, I was crying so much.
I know, there's this one moment, I don't think it's on video anywhere because I think the photographer and videographer were done by this time.
Yeah, it was
and I don't
really,
know if anyone
really
filmed it.
late/early in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think anyone filmed it with their phone, but if they did, I'll try and find it. But there was this one moment where my dad was talking to my cousin who was the officiant, and her mother was my dad's sister, and she unfortunately passed away a few years ago. So my dad was very emotional that night, and he was hugging my cousin, and he was just saying how much he misses her mom, and he was crying, and so she was crying, and they were just hugging and crying. And so then a bunch of my cousins went and hugged them just to give like a big group hug. And then it was like my aunts and uncles, and then my whole entire family just came with this massive group hug, and we were just like swaying to the music and crying and like hugging. And then the song Wonderwall by Oasis came on, and we all started singing it, and then we kind of just opened up into a circle, and you came from the bathroom.
Everyone was like arms like this singing.
I know, we were like singing and crying. That was an amazing moment.
And then even at the very end, what was the last song they played? The lights were on.
It was our song, our dance song.
Was it?
Yeah, the last song.
It was the last song. Okay, I couldn't remember.
But the song before that was
the last like 10-15 minutes, the DJ like put the lights on more and played very like nice kind of emotional, not dance songs, you know, like good party songs, and everyone was just like hugging and crying and dancing and swaying.
What was that freaking song? Because everyone was going around us in a circle.
I know, I forget.
Not I've Had the Time of Our Lives.
Oh, maybe it was the Green Day song, Time of Your Life.
Oh, it was that.
Was it that?
I was thinking of the one from Dirty Dancing, but it wasn't.
No, I think it was the Green Day song, Time of Your Life.
What is it?
Hope you had the time.
Yeah, it was that.
Of your life.
It was
yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
And we were in the middle dancing, and everyone was circling us. Okay, Boo, come up here. But anyways, yeah, did we cry? Yes, a lot. During every single speech I cried.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you to hear some of the speeches.
Yeah, it was such a magical night.
Another question is, when are people gonna be able to see the main wedding video? And once we get it, we're gonna upload it. So I think Ben said 2 weeks. So by next weekend, I'm hoping we'll have it, and then we'll be able to upload it on that weekend. If not, then the weekend after that, but that just depends on when we get it. I'm so excited to see it.
I'm gonna rewatch it like 100 times.
Me too. And then same thing with photos, we're probably gonna get them around the same time, so we'll post all those professional ones. I'm so excited to see them. What we were feeling when I was walking down the aisle, and we kind of just went over that, but like for me personally, I was really nervous because a lot of you guys know I'm like kind of a social, anxious person. I don't like when all the attention is on me, and that's why I've always kind of hated my birthday. For some reason, I had never felt so much love in my entire life. I was not nervous at all. I was not embarrassed. Like, you
realize too, like everyone's looking at you, yes, but they're all looking at you because they're just so happy for you, and they're so like, they love you so much, right? All your family, all your friends, and it's such a special moment. I know, I kind of felt the same. Like the minute I started walking with my mom, I was the first one to walk in. It was like a feeling I've never ever had before.
Me neither. And
I don't know if I could ever replicate that feeling again.
I had literally everyone in my life I loved right there.
Like watching us.
I was holding on to like my dad, who, you know, I love so much, and I was walking towards my other favorite man, and I was just like so filled with emotion. My dad said he's never seen me smile like that in my whole entire life since I was a kid. Like I just had the biggest smile, and we both said the next day that we were like sore. Yeah,
I laughed the next morning, and like I realized my muscles, that whatever you use for laughing, were sore. Like in inner neck muscles, like along my kind of esophagus, I guess, and like my diaphragm were sore.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because I look like a ghost. Oh, I should have had it like this the whole time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot of questions. There's more questions.
There's like 100.
I'll probably answer a lot of those on Instagram. I cannot wait to get all of the videos and stuff like that.
I'm gonna literally take a day to do nothing and just watch them all over and over and over again.
I love you.
I love you more. Such a perfect wedding.
Such a perfect husband. Ew, we're being gross. Are you guys grossed out yet? I love you guys so much.
We'll see you in the next video.
We'll see you in the next video.
Well, maybe I won't, because I might not be in it, depending on what it is, but...
Oh yeah, let us know if you want us to do anything fun together.
See her in the next video.
Okay, I'm being really annoying. Bye!
Bye!
In this abandoned amusement park, we come to life when it turns dark. We're just carnival hearts, you and me.